Hi, it's Lenneke from Len's Crafty Life, and this week I went to another charity shop that has reopened that I haven't been to in a long time, and I found there loads and loads of beautiful doilies. Now I'll show you those at the end of this video, so stay put if you want to see those, because they were priced each like per piece, but in the end I just said, well, make me an overall price. So I got them pretty much all for a very good price, but I'll tell you more about that at the end of the video. Let me just show you some other bits and pieces that I got at this charity shop, but also still at another charity shop, the one that I used to work at. And this is a beautiful top. I've washed it already, so it's a bit wrinkled. I need to iron it out. But this is pure silk, not the synthetic silk, but the pure silk. And this is a beautiful top. And I want to craft with this, and I think it's totally gorgeous. And I think this was about 2 or 3 euros. I don't know exactly anymore because I took off the price already because I washed it. Then I have this other top that is still wet because it literally I've just finished a wash right now. And this came out of that. And again, this was only 2 or 3 euros. This was at a charity shop that I worked at, and it was 25% off, which is pretty good. And so I love this. Again, this is to craft with. And I just love these beautiful flowers. It's actually quite thin. And it has like these very soft pinky colored lining. And then it has this trim as well that I could take off actually to use with. And then on the back again it's the same, so that's lots of gorgeous material with the roses and the cherry blossom. Really pretty. Then I got 2 scarves for only 50 € each. Again, they're a bit wet or moist because they've just come out of the laundry. This one has this beautiful trim on it, some lovely material, and again a dangle trim that I'll have to iron this out when I want to use that. But oh, and there's like a rosette on here, so that was only 50 cents, and it's quite a lot of material here. I think maybe about 1.5 meters or about 4 yards. So that was pretty good for 50 cents, right? Then I've got this one, which will look really nice in a vintagey kind of journal. But again, I mainly had it for this gorgeous trim. You probably all know this trim. I think it's very pretty. This is a very vintagey color. It's beautiful, and again, it goes all the way along the scarf, so that's about 4 yards, 1.5 meters again of that material for only 50 cents. Then let me just get a stack. This is like a cookie cutter, and I got that for free basically. And what I want to do is, you probably know Carla from Casey Creates. She makes lovely clay ornaments, and actually Ruby from Little Books does it as well. And I thought this would make a really nice heart-shaped ornament with the ribbed edge. Then I found some more of these, and I think I paid probably only 50 cents for this. Now again, these are all euros, so if you're from the States, think 10% more. If you're from the UK, think 10% less. And then I have this tiny little address book, which is in English. I live in the Netherlands, but sometimes we do find English language things in here, and I think this will be lovely to use in journals. And this was only 50 €. Then I got some lovely cards. These are basically all the same. It's from Holly Hobby, and these were only 10 cents each. Sorry for the shaking. That's when it's white. The camera somehow can't handle it very well. This one is beautiful. I do want to make a cat journal, even though I'm not a cat person myself, but I do like pictures from cats. So this is a card that will go in a cat journal, also only 10 cents. This is a very cute Christmas card, which was also only 10 cents. This again is from the artist Marjolein Basta. You may know her drawings. And this is a name booklet. It's in Dutch, but it has these beautiful drawings by Marjolein. And all these names. Maybe if I switch off this. Yeah, okay. That's better. It's slightly darker, but then my camera isn't shaking as much. I'll just angle this light. That's better. Much better. Why didn't I think of that before? So this is these beautiful drawings of Marjolein. She's a Dutch lady. So I may use these in journals, or I just as full pages, or I may just, you know, fussy cut the images, the butterflies out of this little booklet. She does a lot of birds and birds' nests. Very pretty. Then this was only 20 cents. It is the pattern to make this dress. Now again, I'll use the patterned paper in journals. I'll try to go a bit fast because I want to show you that stack of doilies, and there's loads of them. About 60. Again, in English, I found this little booklet for, I think it was only 50 cents. Yeah, 50 cents. From Peter Rabbit. Again, great to use in journal, or to use the whole booklet in one journal and add papers and pictures and, you know. This one is called The Mystery of Perfume. And it has, this is almost like a fairy, but it has these beautiful little images. A bit vintagey, as you can see here. Lovely pages, all information about perfumes. It is in Dutch, so again, mainly little perfume bottles. I got it for the images, which is really cute. And here, lovely images. Then I got this calendar. This one was €1.50, and it's not by Marjolein Basta. Could have been, but it has these beautiful images on 2 pages. It's a birthday calendar. It's quite large, as you can see, and I can again fussy cut them or use in journals. So lovely images, quite large. So I'll have fun with those. Then I got this book, Peter Rabbit. It says giant puzzle book. And basically not sure what I want to do with this. I do have to clean it up a bit. This one was €2. And basically it has these, every page has like a story. And then here you can see this is just one piece from the giant puzzle. So you can take these out very easily. You see how large that is. So I can either use these very large pieces, because every page is one large piece. So either keep it for my grandchildren, if I'm ever going to have those. My children are way too young, so not yet for a long time. Or I will use those to make journal covers out of, which I think is very great as well. I could combine it with this book, make like a Peter Rabbit journal. So lovely, large images already on cardboard from the Peter Rabbit story. So let me know, what would you do? Keep it for your grandchildren that you don't have yet, and probably have to wait for many years, I hope. Or use it in your journals. This is La Traviata from Verdi, and it's a very thick, you can see, music book. Now it's really old. It says here €2, but I think I paid about €1 for this. And I particularly like it because it's very busy. Look at how much is on just one page. So that is just different from the other books that I have where there's much more space in between the lines. So an enormous amount of papers here. Ooh, all of that for only about €1. And then this is another Marjolein Bastin. Kind of finding a lot from Marjolein Bastin at the moment. This says the 4 seasons. Again, it's in Dutch. And again, loads of beautiful images. Also some larger ones. This is kind of like Christmassy. Lots of mushrooms. Which will make a great theme for an autumn journal. Lots of birds. Leaves. Some shells. Caterpillars. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. More birds. She always has lots of birds. Flowers, daffodils, springtime. So there's a lot to fussy cut and use here. And I think this one was only about €1 or $1.50. Then I got some of, this is actually photo paper. These are only 6 white, but it looks like they're a bit off-white. So that comes in handy. And then I thought, well, I cannot for the life of me find Manila file folders in the Netherlands or have them shipped in. It's ridiculously expensive. So these are, again, is 25 photo carton. So for photo album. And it has this extra sheet to cover the pictures as well, the photo, so I can use that as well. But I thought this, to me, looks very much like the cream colored of the Manila file folders. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but it's very creamy. And we can't even buy cream folders here. So I thought I'll make my own Manila file folders. Then I got some bits and pieces for my kitchen. I thought this was really cute. It's an egg cup. And these are amazing. Just look at these. These are so gorgeous. I absolutely love these. And I think I saw them somewhere recently and they were very expensive. This is from the Leonardo collection. If that picks it up. So I think you can buy these in musea. So very expensive, and I think I probably paid about €1. I don't know exactly because this was in a charity shop where at the end, you know, at the till, they make a price for you. This the lady did price separately. It's a glass teapot. Just had to think about the word there. And I already have some pottery, some saucers or bowls in this pattern, which is lovely. And this is where you put your loose leaf tea and it will seep through it. So, and that was $2.50, which is really nice. And this I had never ever seen before. I saw this, of course it has the beautiful pink roses on there, which attracted me. And then I thought, what on earth is that? Now, do you know? Of course, I'm going to show you. It is for toothpicks. Or toothpicks. We don't really call these toothpicks. Well, you can use them as toothpicks. But they're little Satay Skewers. So I use those when I make something and I roll it up and I put it in the oven. And I need like a wrap that goes in the oven and I stick them in. So these will be nice than the very ugly plastic pot that I'm using now. So I thought that was very cute. And then the last thing before we get to the doilies is this. I think this one, by the way, is only €1. Again, this, I think I paid only €1 or $1.50 for a glass dome, which is great to display things. So now let me take this out of the way and then I'll get on to the doilies. Yay! Okay. these are the doilies. It's a large stack, so I need a bit of space. Okay, now are you ready? These are about 60 doilies. Now, I am probably going to shock you if I say what I paid, but if you see these and we calculate it per doily, it's amazingly cheap. For this whole stack, I paid 35 euros. Which to me it was a bit like, oh my goodness, so much money. But then I had a quick browse through them, and there are such beautiful, beautiful doilies in here. So let me show you this. So it works out. How can I show you best? Maybe I need something. Well, maybe let me do it like this. I'll pop this here. Then I have a bit of a darker background here. You can see them better. It works out. I've got about five larger ones in there, and then about how many was it? About 51. There are 56 in all. About 51 of these smaller ones. So these work out about 50 cents, 60 cents each, which, if you calculate like that, is a pretty good deal. So that is one. And most of them are very pretty. This one is quite plain. I'll go through it a bit quickly, otherwise we'll never get it finished. This one has like these little heart shapes. I've never seen that. So just think of all of these being about 50 cents. Little butterflies in there. This one. And there's only a few that are the same. Most of them are different. I think I've got this one in cream as well. And some of them are tattered, some of them are handmade, and I know, like this is very, very vintagey. Only 50 cents, my ladies, only 50 cents. This one, and that 50 cents counts for the larger ones as well. I did like I just counted them and then divided up what I paid for it. And there's this one. And this one. I love these. Most of them are so, so pretty. You wouldn't be able to buy these for only 50 cents each. This one is so gorgeous. Then this one has like the little beads on it, so they would put it over a little pot to keep the flies out. So it would hang like that, so the beads weigh it down. Then there's this one. Now there's two of these. A little bit plain, but again, I can use these all in journals, but I think a lot of these I'll just keep as decoration in my house and craft room, because they're so beautiful. Too beautiful to use. Look at this. Very old, very vintage. And this one. And then there's this one. Hope I'm not going too fast. Some are more pretty than others, but generally speaking, they're all pretty beautiful. This one with the large roses in it, quite large. This one, you see how large these are? So beautiful. Look at that. Stunning. And this one has like the hardanger technique, where you kind of make it open. Hope I'm not making you dizzy. This one. So gorgeous. So in the end, I kind of had to swallow hard paying that amount, but in the end I am very happy I did, because you can't get these. I would not be able to get any of these for 50 cents anywhere, I think. Especially not these large ones. Again, this one I've never seen with the little hearts in it. So pretty. Oh, that's two. Let me just take one. And here's another one. Quite large, as you can see. I think I got to the larger ones. And this one, I think these are the same, almost the same. Yeah, the edging is a bit different. You see this edge and this edge, but they're very similar, but one is in cream, one is in white. And then look at this one. Wow, so beautiful. And this, I'll keep them down a bit more. Now I think there are two of these. Let me just get this stack out of the way. You can see it a bit better. This one, and I think this one is pretty similar in like a white, and then this is the more like a vintagey cream. Then this is it's a bit battered here, but I could use pieces in a journal. This is again the Hardanger style. Now this is quite special, I think. I don't often see pink doilies. Ta-ta, look at that. Oh, I love that. So pretty. And then here's a white one. This is like a machine one, but still pretty. This is more like a little cloth. And this one is larger. They're getting larger and larger still now. Beautiful flower on there. Oh dear. Tipping everything over here. And then this one. Also very nice. It's a backdrop for something. Then there is this one. And this one has like tiny little bowls on it. Like these. These are kind of like 3D bowls, you see? They're raised. Then there is this one. Again, quite large. And now I almost get to the last 5 or 6. This one I find a little bit boring, but you know, it was in the stack, so I don't mind. I'll do something with it. This is one of my favorites. Let me get this out of the way. I absolutely love this one. It is quite large, and I have something similar in this color already. Just look at how pretty this is. So beautiful. And again, it's quite large, as you can see. Quite large. So again, you know, for this one I paid probably about €2, which is ridiculously cheap. So no, I don't regret paying that amount, as long as I don't do it too often, you know. Then this one is also quite large, and just look at this trim. It is gorgeous. Beautiful. Now again, That is quite large. Now this one was actually priced at €3. Again, I probably paid about 2 for it in the end, which is not bad. And then this one I think is quite old as well. It doesn't have any of the pretty flowers in it, but it is very vintagey and quite large, so not very special, I think. The edging is nice, but I can use that in a journal. And then this is one of my favorites. It is quite large and it is round, and I need a different colored background. Okay, let me put this one back again. And I probably won't be able to show you all of it, but I'll show you like this. Like this is a quarter of it. You're seeing about a quarter now, so then you can kind of guess how large this is. But just look at this. Isn't that beautiful? And this is the center. That is just stunning. I'm sorry I can't show it in full. It's just too large for the camera. But it's so beautiful. Now, and the last large one that I'm going to show you now is quite similar. It is different, but it is similar, and it's in this chocolatey color. Again, not totally my color, but it was in the stack. You know, I could have kind of gone through them out and do them all separately, but I just said, well, just give me a price for the whole stack, and this one was in there. And actually, if you look like it on a creamy background, it's beautiful, very pretty. This will go well in kind of like a vintagey journal, or other vintage makes, vintage cards or booklets, or fabric makes, of course, wall hangings. So very pretty. So then I paid for all of this at the till, and then when I had already paid and I was walking out of the shop, and the shop was kind of closing down, I was the last customer in there, I saw this box with these doilies, and they're more like coasters. And the lady just said, well, just take them with you, that's fine. So I got these for free, and these are 12 of these kind of like coasters. I'm not sure if the camera's picking that up. I'd like to use the other light, but let me just see. Yeah, it's going shaky again. But I think these are very pretty. You can kind of see like the shiny embroidery that's on there. Now these are all the same. Some are more white. This one is more like a creamy. You can probably see the color difference there. So there's some in white and some in cream. Maybe they're just discolored, but I like the cream anyway. So there's 12 of those that I got for free. And they came in this pretty vintage box. So first I wanted to pick out just the doilies, and then I thought, well, let's get the box as well, because it looks very vintagey. And we like vintage and old, don't we? So I'm very happy with that. Hope you enjoyed all this, that you like all my doily treasures, and thanks for watching, if you're still watching, and have a great weekend. Bye bye.